Hi everyone, I am here with Julie again. This time we're going to be talking about Molly Maid, another brand in Neighborly. Julie, thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I love to talk to you guys about our brands.
So today I'm going to be asking Julie a couple questions about Molly Maid. So just to start us off, what is Molly Maid?
So, Molly Maid is a premium residential commercial cleaning service. So, we at Neighborly have, out of our 19 brands, Molly Maid has the most unaided brand awareness. So, we are really lucky to have such a celebrated and distinct 40-year-old brand.
And who are the customers of Molly Maid in the community?
So that is such a great question because I have a very specific answer. So we have two avatars of our core customer at Molly Maid. And our first one is going to be Mary. She's 65, possibly retired, taking care of maybe grandchildren or elderly parents. And we like to think of her as she's earned the right to have her home cleaned. Mary makes up the #1 demographic segment of the population in the US today. So our core customer is the #1 demographic in the US today. Our second core customer is Elizabeth. She is married with children, so dual income with children. That is our other main core customer. And guess what? They are the second largest demographic of the population in the US today. So there's never been more of our core customers to serve at Molly Maid.
And how does Molly Maid help a new franchisee acquire those customers?
We very specifically know who those customers are, right? We will help our franchisees to deploy their local marketing dollars before they're even open. We're going to start with some very, very thorough training in which when we start some local store marketing to support and market their opening. Because we know who our target customer is, we can really drill in, be able to market directly to them. So they will, of course, have the help of a local performance marketing coach who will help them to deploy those local marketing dollars, track their customer acquisition cost, and continue to feed their pipeline.
And who makes a good owner of Molly Maid? What are you looking for in a candidate?
I'll tell you what our system looks like today. So our average owner today has been a part of Molly Maid for 15 years. I love that because what does that mean? They stay. They don't come in and flip and sell this business. They come in and they grow into this business. The other stat I have to share with you about our current franchise base is they all own 2 or more territories. And we award 1 territory at a time. There's 2 things that tells me. They come in, they stay, and then they grow. Oftentimes we have family. We also have multi-generational franchisees. We have granddaughters that have bought their grandmother's cleaning services and turned them into Molly Maid. So very focused on that local owner that wants to be a part of their community, that wants to run their own business and lead and develop their home service professionals in their territory.
And what does an owner of Molly Maid typically do every day? What are their responsibilities?
Most Molly Maids are going to start out where they're going to start out as the estimator. They're going to either start out leading that business, hiring their first home service crew. They're going to obviously grow and develop those home service professionals into being able to be the estimators or being able to be the lead. But oftentimes they're starting right in the business with their teams. Eventually, they are going to lead and develop their teams so that they identify leaders and their role changes. So the role at Molly Maid is 100% involved in the business, but what they do on a daily is going to change. Once that business has really gotten started, our franchisees day to day really looks at setting out their crews at the beginning of the day, but really they're going to be more outwardly focused in the community. They're going to be building that referral network. They're going to be building that customer base. We do all on-site estimates. We don't do estimates online because it's so important to our owners to connect with their customers. We find that by providing that on-site estimate versus just a square footage one, our closure rate is higher, but our customer retention is even better. Right now in our system today, we have 91% recurring revenue. So that is a commitment to our franchisees' commitment to service and excellence in their customer experience.
And I see that across all Neighborly brands. I think Neighborly really prides itself in their customer service. That's great.
I absolutely agree. They hold us as employees to our own code of values that we get to turn around and make our franchisees, obviously our customer, right? And so their success is our success. And that's true from the top down.
And a little bit about the item 7. What does the investment look like? Where's that going for the most part, the bulk of the investment?
Awesome questions. Very asset light business startup. Our low end investment range is $138,000. High end is just about $200,000. And the two largest line items in there are going to be the territory fee, which could be anywhere from $45,000 to $70,000, and then the working capital. We set aside very seriously working capital in about the tune of $50,000 to $60,000. And when you think about, okay, that's adding up to just about $120,000, because this is very asset light. The majority of the startup cost is going to be with those two fees. And fortunately, we have a really high SBA rating. Franchise candidates with a good credit score, SBA Express lenders are willing to lend a $350,000 loan right off the bat. So clearly enough to help those W-2 employees step away from that to start their own business.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Julie. This was wonderful. It gives people an overview of Molly Maid very quickly. So I appreciate your time, and we'll talk soon.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you.